Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a reading for sign of Aquarius, and keep in mind that this will not resonate for every Aquarius. So let's see what we have for our lovely Aquarians. Alright, now this is a tarot deck, but it is not like other tarot decks, so I might pull out of the book, kind of see, and I don't really use this deck that often to remember all of what it means. We have the Two of Swords, so it's like you have two pathways ahead of you, Aquarius. Which way will you choose? Ace of Cups. Alright, these may be new opportunities presented to you, new pathways. Alright, maybe even it came from the moon. Something you asked for from the moon. You get the moon right above, right? Yeah, the Princess of Cups. Yeah. Feels like you were in your emotions here asking for this. Now you have two options, two opportunities being presented to you, two pathways of what you asked for. Eight of Swords, try not to overthink it. Alright, try not to be too much in your mind. We have the Six of Swords here, alright? We're getting in the boat and moving forward, Aquarius. I feel like towards new beginnings. We have what appears to be the world. So we have completion, Aquarius. Cycles have completed here. Manifestation has completed here. We see in your world here we have the Four of Swords. Alright, maybe you should be taking some time out to think about your options here. But like I said, try not to be overthinking about it. Ace of Swords. Alright, look at this. We have the sword from the lake. We have what is Excalibur. We have the Sword of Truth and Power. Alright, that you currently have. Aquarius. Now, I think this book might have some questions along with it, unless I'm thinking of a different deck. We have the World. Oh, I forgot this book. It's different. So the Princess of Cups. Yeah. It just talks about tenderness being in the heart space, which I have told you that. I don't really feel like I need to look at these, because when I'm looking at them in the book, I'm just seeing what I just said. So, I'll put the book back until we meet like a card that is like different. Like, really different. So let's see. We have the King of Pentacles. Alright, so we have King of Earth. We have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Scales placements in your chart, maybe one coming into contact with you, but we have the boar's head on what is like the right of him, on my perspective. But this could be a Capricorn, because we see Capricorn at his feet, we see the goat. So you could have Capricorn placements in your chart. Maybe this is a Capricorn around you that maybe likes pork. Yeah, I know that's very weird, but I'm looking at the card. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Here we have Keranos. Alright, Keranos is the god of animals, of forest. Here, he's looking at two people. Six of Cups. Alright, you see how there's like Keranos looking at two people here. So you have the god of Keranos who has watched two people grow up here into what appears to be lovers. You have a Seven of Swords. Someone here writing the letter, but they look kind of disturbed. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Wands. So many sevens. 7, 7, 7. We have the Five of Wands here, alright? So, you have some people here who maybe having some sort of conflict with, alright? Maybe they're trying to come against you. I see you kind of like pushing away, like stop here. Maybe they're writing letters or something along those lines, but they're just people, you know? That's all I have to say is they're people. You have a Six of Pentacles, Aquarius, like this. You have a very kind and generous giving nature here, Aquarius. Always gifting things, being a humanitarian here, very generous towards others. And you're appearing as kind of like a hermit type character here. I feel like these are people that you've given things to, that you've helped here, that are now trying to be all stupid. You have strength. Alright? But you're merging here with strength. Aquarius. I am actually going to read that card because there's a goddess associated with that. We have the Three of Cups. There's like a union here. Eight of Pentacles. You're hard at work on your craft. You have the Lord. Alright, look at this. We have the Lord here with you. The Lord. It's the Lord. That's all I gotta say, really. We have the Four of Pentacles. Look at this. We found a treasure chest that we're opening. Aquarius. High Priestess. Alright, so you're appearing as the High Priestess here. Heavily intuitive, heavily psychic here. Working with the moon. Like I said, the Ace of Cups working with the moon. Aquarius. And we have the dragon symbols here as well. There's a cat in the background. We have the Sun. Alright, child of the Sun. We have the Princess of Pentacles. We may have a child here looking at a pentacle, maybe looking at what you do. Aquarius. Alright, so let us see High Priestess strength with the Lord. Alright, because those ones are actually different than... I mean, you have one that's called the Lord instead of the Emperor. That should be evident enough. Right. High Priestess says, gateway to initiation, the unconscious, divine feminine, depth, intuition, dreams. Alright, so maybe you find a treasure chest here through your dreams that you're unlocking. Maybe it's something spiritual here. Alright? The High Priestess stands at the entrance to... Hold on. Alright, anyways. The High Priestess stands at the entrance to the realm of inner wisdom. The other world. You see that? The other world. Connect with the other world. The spiritual world here. Maybe even through your dreams. And the unconscious. As the magician represents direction in flow or movement, so the High Priestess represents the magical power of stillness and depth. Magician's power is externalized into the physical world, whereas the High Priestess' power is eternal and mediates the forces of the other world. Her eyes are closed in trance and ecstasy, symbolizing her connection with the inner worlds and a union with the goddess. She stands in the pose of the Wiccan High Priestess drawn down on the moon. Alright, look at this. So we're having a reunion here, but it's with the moon goddess, it's with the Lord, and then I believe there's a goddess here with the strength part. See that? Three of Cups. The message of the High Priestess is, present yourself before the mysteries of life, and before the goddess or her priestess in humility and with reverence. Open to the stillness and the depths within you to gain strength and wisdom. Alright? Entering the stillness, the High Priestess seems to bar our way forward, her body channeling the power of the goddess and the moon, and her altar, with its symbols of severity and secret knowledge, makes us pause in our journey. Now's the time for entering the stillness. Don't be in a rush to move forward in your journey. The power of decision making. See, there's two paths being presented to you. Don't be in a rush to move forward, Aquarius. Alright? We're entering into stillness. In the High Priestess. The power of decision making and action, is epitomized by the Magician card, needs balancing with the power of reflection and depth. True passivity, as demonstrated by the High Priestess, is strong and fertile, and should not be mistaken for weakness or narrative. It is through this spiritual way of ceasing the driveness of the everyday self and of opening to the inner promptings of our dreams and intuition. And we find the royal road of unconsciousness, a term used by someone, I don't know how to pronounce her name, who went on to suggest that dream analysis could take us on the road towards more complete sense of self. Be open to your dreams and your intuitions and allow the mysteries to unfold within your being. Then we have the Lord. We have masculine power, fatherhood, structure, authority, leadership, protection, boundaries, accomplishment, order. Mature man is seated on the traditional pose for this card. His legs crossed in the figure 4 position, symbolizing both the numerical value of the card and the sign for Jupiter. He is seated on a throne of carved stone, outdoors in a rugged mountainous region. He looks grave but not stern. He is an archetypal father, or I don't know how to say that word, but he also represents the Lord as God in nature. Remember, we had Keranos, God of nature, God of animals. So he exudes a sense of masculine power, fertility, and virility. He wears a headdress of antlers, each with 7 tines. This crown showing that the Lord combines the worldly power of a king such as Arthur with the power in nature of Keranos. See, I told you. The Lord of animals. The structure needed for success, the Lord offers you success and accomplishment, but its power must be tempted by other factors. In addition to a strong will, his ability to think clearly and rationally, his adherence to principles, you need the qualities of passion and feeling represented by the lady. Combined, Lord and Lady can parent the child of your personal development or projects of fulfillment. Wow. Lady provides much of the motive power and nourishment. The Lord provides the structure and protection needed for success, depending upon its position and spread. Alright, the Lord may indicate father figure, employer, or authority figure. May be called upon to act responsibly in line with your values, as those with whom you interact should be doing that also. And if you are in a position of responsibility or leadership, don't be afraid to act with clarity and integrity for the greater good, even if this seems harsh to others. So, here's a message from the Lord. Take control of your life and offer clear and firm boundaries to those who depend on you. Lead your life by being true to your values, and you'll accomplish great things. Alright, and we have strength. Number 8. It says, unconditional love, courage, faith, power with awareness, wild wisdom, compassion. Alright. It is a sunny midsummer's day in a hilly, mountainous country. White meadow flowers are growing, signifying freshness and new life. A strong, mature woman stands confidently beside a boar, which she has tamed simply with her presence and her touch. A sword lies unused to one side. The woman represents, oh my goodness, the power of the goddess within us, who is able to unite our animal instincts. Hold on, I don't know what this is doing. Alright, here we go. We have, the woman represents the power of the goddess within us, who is able to unite our animal instincts and the power of our sexuality and life force. Nearfear. I don't know if I said that right, but with the strength of our awareness and compassion, the woman doesn't need to kill or hurt the boar with the sword of reason or power. She simply needs to stand in her own strength. Alright? So this represents the goddess within us. Alright? Uniting animal instincts, power, sexuality, life force. But this is overall strength here. We have strength, we have the high priestess, alright, which talks about intuition, dreams, working with the moon here. We have the Lord, which is like the masculine power. It's kind of like a kingly thing here, like Arthur, and then you have Keranos. This is reunion with all this right here. Alright, Aquarius? A central idea in Druidry and Wicca alike is that we need both the wild, natural self that exists inside us and the civilized culture self That is the result of our education upbringing. Here in this card, we see their union. The boy represents the wild animal side of our nature, while the woman represents the more sophisticated cultural self. By uniting these two parts of ourselves, we become empowered in a way that connects us more deeply with our own humanity, at the same time with our own divinity. The message of strength is you will find the wild wisdom that sings in the depths of your soul. Your fear will flow more strongly through you as you open the compassionate strength of the goddess within. Alright, Aquarius, and that's what we're having this reunion here with the wild self, with the intuitive self, as well as with the masculine power. Alright? And then the inner child as well with the sun. So, that's a message for you. Now put some runes, some charms to yourself. We have Taurus. Alright, Taurus. So you have those placements in your chart, maybe one coming towards you. Here we have the dragon. Alright, which we did see the dragon on the High Priestess. Now the dragon represents power, strength, good luck, supernatural powers. It can also be Chinese zodiac sign of the dragon. We also have the rainbow on it, which is like the rainbow bridge to the other side. And the black tortoise represents the warrior, protection, good health, and long life. We have the moon beetle. Alright, so like I said, we're working with the moon. Alright, we did have a full moon, a new moon before that. Working with the moon to bring in. The moon is also psychic abilities. You have Anubis. You have Warjet. Now the raven, which can symbolize magic. There are rewards coming in. There's a big breakthrough, Aquarius, and there's joy. Alright, so that's all I have for you. And if you want to see more content, don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.